I just took a DNA test. Turns out I'm 100% spooky. I need to stop doing close-ups on my face. I look as cringy as Margaret Robbie in that one scene from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Well, it's that time again. Time for heavily smelling latex masks and overly bulky superhero costumes. Yes, Halloween is upon us once again. And what better way to celebrate than by critiquing a movie that's been overly done to death by every content creator here on YouTube. This is Hack-O-Lantern. You know this film's going to be a hoot and a holler when it's presented by Spencer's Gifts. Hack-O-Lantern sounds like the name of a horrorcore rapper. The only rapping pumpkin I know is that one from Power Rangers.
Ooh, you Rangers make me mad! Waking me up with a rap that bad!
We start out this so bad it's good movie with an opening similar to Garfield's Halloween adventure. But thankfully, Binky the Clown doesn't show up in this movie. I really wish this movie could have been about some rustic smuggling moonshine inside of his pumpkins, but sadly no. It's just another run-of-the-mill, unintentionally funny horror film about a satanic cult. I guess society is to blame for such uncreative movie plots. Oh, that dreaded society. We get introduced to some brat named Tommy and his grandpa who sounds like a chain smoker. Seriously, that guy needs to down a bottle of NyQuil.
And Grandpa's got something very special for you.
Very, very special.
He gives Tommy Boy here a gift because he's very special.
'Cause I'm special?
Yes, Tommy. Because you are very, very special.
Next, we see Tommy carving a pumpkin his grandpa gave him. His mom tells him not to cut himself, but of course Tommy cuts himself.
Tommy, what did I tell you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, apparently drinking blood is good for you, according to Tommy's grandpa, but his mom disagrees.
Mom, I like the taste of blood. Grandpa says it's good for me.
Grandpa? When did you see Grandpa, Tommy?
I like this part. Tommy's mom just freaks out and smashes his pumpkin. Just over dramatic. You can tell Grandpa isn't really liked by the family. Bill, Tommy's dad, has had enough of Grandpa's shenanigans and decides to confront Pedo Gramps and kick his ass.
Burn this into your brain. I want you to stay away from my son. You're wide open.
But unfortunately, Bill gets gently tapped by a hammer and gets knocked out. Turns out Grandpa is the leader of a satanic cult. Bill is then dragged into his car and burned to death. Jeesh.
Hell, Bill.
I hope that medallion your grandpa gave you is worth keeping, Tommy. Apparently all it does is play funky music. We cut to some years later and Tommy is now an incel. Grandpa pulls up and gives Tommy another terrible gift. Nice. Grandpa, pedo chain smoker, tells Tommy he is supposed to come at sundown for a ceremony.
Ceremony will begin at sundown. The ceremony will allow you to prove yourself.
The evil grandpa takes off and... Wow! Okay, I apologize for making fun of Margaret Robbie earlier. That is the most cringiest face I've ever seen. Like, what the fuck? I guess it's worth mentioning Grandpa is played by character actor Hy Pike, who you might recognize from his most noticeable role as the owner of Taffy's Snake Pit Bar from Blade Runner. Moving on. Wow, that lady must be fast or what? She managed to catch up to Grandpa's vehicle.
We both know that Tommy belongs to the
two of us.
So, we learn the dark truth about Tommy. He was born out of incest. And by the looks of it, I don't think it was consensual. Gross. So Tommy's grandpa is also his father, and his mother is also his sister? Ugh. Well, I guess society is to blame. Oh, that dreaded society. Oh, forgot to mention, if anyone cares, but Tommy also has siblings. A brother named Roger, who grew up to be a police officer, and his sister Vera, who isn't all that shy about showing off in this one scene. Oh, bath time. You know, I was just thinking, you know what this movie needs? A music video. So, this is what Tommy likes to dream about, being in badly made music videos. This is just random. I'm guessing it's all supposed to resemble Tommy's psyche, or the band just wanted some exposure. Jack-o'-lantern should hold down on the obscure symbolism. It's like trying to watch a Lars von Trier film. I'm just wondering, is that the same voodoo dancer from Cathedral's Hopkins music video? Any elite rock music fans know if she is? And Roger finds the horrible truth about his older brother, that he's evil, I guess. Another thing I noticed about Jack-o'-lantern, it's kind of, well, boring. So much padding you need to sit through. At least they throw in some nudity from time to time to keep us occupied.
I'm Lady Godiva. Want to play my horsey?
This naked lady gets the axe, or should I say forko, and starts spewing red paint from her head. Oh my god. That is just classic. Seriously. So Vera and her BF start having some sexy time, but Tommy isn't having any of that, and he just manhandles this guy like Wab Canoe manhandles his wife and kids. Vera's boyfriend goes to a cemetery to vent his frustrations, but gets interrupted.
Damn that, Tommy.
Hey, watch out, there's an open grave. Oh, never mind. I feel bad for this guy. First, he gets cock-blocked, then he gets a shovel to the head. Like, oh my god. Couldn't have the worst luck ever. But could be worse. He could be this guy.
Oh, and then you turn the page and here she's getting all emotional on you. I just need a man.
My god. Sure, Joker was laughing hysterically during his stand-up act, but at least it was more entertaining than whatever this guy was trying to pull off.
You ever been at the wrong place at the wrong time? You know, like a turkey. 3 days before Thanksgiving. In the woods. He's scared. He just got away. He's a pet. He doesn't know what's going on. He looks at the hunters. Now the hunters are coming all around him. He's really scared now.
I thought my jokes were bad.
I would rather watch people make out on top of a gravesite than this guy's stand-up act.
It's so cold.
Don't worry about it. I tend to warm up real quick.
Why am I not surprised? Sure, Tommy may be part of a satanic cult, but at least he's not a necromancer violating graves like his little brother Roger. We cut to a Halloween party. Vera and her friend Beth have some girl talk.
Anyway, let's get back to you and Roger. So, tell me, where did you guys do it?
Did Vera just ask Beth where she and her brother Roger do it? That's a weird question to ask. Must be an incest family thing with these weirdos.
You have such a close-knit family.
Vera finds her boyfriend's corpse. Yeah, so, anyway. We cut to a party. Hey, that's so racist. And now we cut to a satanic ceremony taking place in a barn. Make up your mind, movie. It seems to jumble everywhere. Beer interrupts their little fiasco and... oh, I can't get over how Grandpa looks. He looks like Alice Cooper if he was fat and bald. I think Grandpa should just give up this satanic cult gig and go back to running Taffy's snake pit bar. Beer was going to be sacrificed, but Tommy has a change of heart and saves his sister, or half-sisters, I guess. Okay, I'll stop ragging on these bumpkin and breads. So we go back to the party and we see a snake charmer. Oh good god, is this supposed to be more lame symbolism? I swear this movie was made by Lars von Trier. This party is lit! This is turning out to be one killer Halloween party. Grandpa shows up to the party and tries finishing his murder ritual, but one of his cult members intervenes. Spoilers, by the way, that's not Tommy under that robe.
Roger. The power is in the blood.
Grandpa is on the verge of dying, but before he croaks, he manages to pass on this evil power thing to Roger. Yeah. The assailant who murdered Grandpa runs away, but gets shot by Roger in the process. Sheesh. Police are just trigger happy in the US. So we get our culprit, and it turns out to be the mother who killed Grandpa. Awesome. I'm sure everyone hated that guy anyways. She starts ugly crying, but I don't blame her. She did get shot after all, and she is also dying. Poor woman. Now we reach the end. Thank God.
We welcome the night.
Okay then, that was a weird flex of an ending. So anyways, what about Jack-O-Lantern? It's such a bad movie. It had some of the worst dialogue and acting I've ever witnessed on film.
Hi, officer. You have an arresting personality. Would you like to dance?
And not to mention, Grandpa was probably the most offbeat character in this movie. He just got under my skin, like, oh my god. The slow, redundant padding, seriously. Jack-O-Lantern was like watching water boil. But to suffice, it's one of those it's so bad it's good movies. Not as hilarious as Troll 2 or The Room, but you get a good chuckle. I hope you all enjoyed my little video I made. I was in a bit of a rush to make it. Hopefully it doesn't come out as bad as WWE 2K20. So I recommend if you want to kill some time on Halloween, then go search for this one. It's actually free on YouTube. I'm the Senator. I'm glad you took the time to watch this video, and I wish you all a happy and safe Halloween. And hey, maybe you'll be lucky. Some of your candy might be laced with drugs.